Hey everybody, Adam Savage, and I am at the National Parks Museum Conservation Labs with Curtis. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Curtis, tell me what you do here.
So I am the Wooden Artifacts Conservator for the Park Service.
I knew I liked you. And we're standing next to, well, it looks like two steamer trunks, but you're telling me that one of these is original and one of them is not.
That is correct.
Okay, tell me what's going on here.
So one of them is an original trunk that belonged to Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt used one of these trunks to travel in?
He did.
No way. He traveled a lot too.
Yeah. Back and forth from New York to North Dakota.
Amazing. Okay, and one of these isn't.
One is a recreation or a replica.
Amazing.
That the Park Service had made.
Oh, wow.
For interpretive purposes.
Why would the Park Service have a perfect, because it looks, I can't quite tell the difference yet, but why would they have a replica made?
So the original was setting in his cabin, Maltese Cross, and without any environmental controls. Yeah, so it had been there since 1960.
Oh, wow, okay. Slowly getting more, and because no environmental controls, all sorts of pests and processes are working on it. And so, am I assuming now that the original, after that, went into storage and the replica went into the...
So at first we actually thought that the original would go into storage, but as it turns out, that's going to go into the new Theodore Roosevelt, the library.
Oh,
that's
okay.
actually in construction right now.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it'll be on permanent exhibit.
So you didn't build the replica?
The Park Service did.
Okay.
It's been a 3-year process.
Oh, so we're looking at this isn't something that happened 20 years ago. This is the tail end of a long, wow. Can I make a guess which one is original?
Sure. Yeah, certainly. That is correct. That is the original.
It's the particular way of the leather deteriorating here. That color is something I've recognized from many things I've messed with over the years. Besides that, there were no other tells to me off the bat. As a maker, how do you feel looking at that replica? It must be really amazing.
I think it turned out quite well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where we had a long process. We use a learned professional, so we actually had someone create that for us.
Okay.
In a process to look very much like the original.
Did they use a lot of original techniques to do that?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so this is a core specialty of theirs.
That's true.
I'm just thinking of somebody who's out there whose job is to replicate old steamer trunks with original techniques. I want that job. That sounds like the best job ever.
They made every attempt to make it look as original as possible.
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, dude. Oh, they really got it close. Even down to the label here. This is the original. And this is, oh man. I made a fake Louis Vuitton case a couple of years ago, like a 19th century Vuitton. And I spent a lot of time looking at this kind of hardware. That's pretty cool. So beautiful. They've even got the scratches on the R correct. That is really thrilling. Oh man, I want this job even more. That's spectacular. And actually, the wearing on this might have fooled me if it was on the front. That's the wearing at the edge of this. Wow. Oh man. I also love that the museum is open to replicas.
Yeah, I think it's also one of those things where, in this case, they want to interpret the piece. So in the past, they really didn't touch the original. It's fragile. If we open and close it, it would be more damage.
Right.
The beauty of having a replica is we can actually open it, on a regular basis and exhibit it potentially.
Oh my God, is that how it's in the inside of the original?
It is.
Oh my Lord, all that rattan.
Linseed oil.
Linseed. I was going to say, oh my Lord. Even this looks really delicate. But so they can display this any way they want.
They can. They can open it, talk about, how it's so lightweight, for traveling.
Oh, right. And the original was also, yes?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to open the original? Take a look.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that too. You see in the original, the difference is we had discovered that there's, would have been retainer pieces that were added in the replica.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Oh, right. So you have to hold. Oh, God, that smells so good.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, aged rattan and canvas. What a smell. Theodore Roosevelt used this. Does that thought just come back in your head constantly?
It is amazing. You're right. It is actually absolutely amazing.
Oh, my Lord, look at how they did the hardware. Here, it begs the question, where did they find the right rivets? They didn't. Oh man, Curtis. What kind of insights do you get in the original makers when you're working with objects like this?
We usually do quite a bit of, research, trying to figure out, how this was made, if nothing else, to, help talk about how the replicas will be made, because we want to be as close as possible. I like to do the research. I mean, it's one of those things that's pretty exciting and fun to find out how this was made, which led us to, I think, Europe, where we think this one was probably originally made and then sold in New York, where TR would have picked it up for his travels.
Also, I can see just how lightweight the construction is. The rattan is the case, and the outer covering is just cladding. Yeah. That's fascinating. So they really were trying to keep the weight down.
Yeah, just cloth covering over it. Duck cloth with the linseed oil, which is oilcloth.
Right. Oh my goodness. It's thicker than I would have thought it would be. I'm surprised at how dimensional. Oh wow! Do you know what years TR might have used this?
Late 1800s, early 1900s.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So on trips back and forth.
And mostly in the United States, or could it have also traveled abroad?
I don't know. I mean, it's possible it could have traveled somewhere else with TR, but we know for sure that it went back and forth from New York to North Dakota.
Amazing.
To his cabin.
And I love that the marker's just a giant T and a giant R. Wow. When you're looking to replicate something like this, I see the replica has cloth on the inside. What was the reason for that choice?
It does. So when the conservation work was done, because we actually did conservation on the original trunk here as well, which was done in the organics lab, they found a small piece of original fabric, just a tiny little piece. And then we replicated that because they wanted to be able to talk about both, how it would have been covered with fabric, but also the construction techniques.
I see. So the original had that fabric line. Now it all makes sense. I get it. Oh, that is really cool. So that's what TR would have seen each time he's unpacking. Oh, wow. How frequently does the museum take a piece out and replace it with a replica?
Typically, it's only done if there's a reason to do so. In this case, they knew it had been on exhibit, and there were pests, as you mentioned earlier, and so they want to make sure that it was protected. We don't typically take them out if they've got good environmental control.
Sure. Yeah.
It depends on the exhibit. In this case, it's the historic cabin.
Yeah.
Not a visitor center.
Yeah. I'm curious about the lock mechanism. How difficult is that sort of thing to replicate or to find originals?
So I believe they were sourced. So I think on the replica, the parts and pieces were sourced, by the creator, by the maker.
Oh, fabulous!
To find pieces that would look very close, if not identical, to what they do on the original piece.
Do you know if the maker of the replica, if they had fun?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
I would imagine. It seems like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of project. Yeah. Curtis, this is so thrilling. Of course, I want to get in this and do a magic trick. That's what it feels like It feels like what we're just about to do. I'm going to climb in and step out in a different costume. Absolutely thrilling, man. This is so beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching that video. If while watching any of my videos you like any of the t-shirts that you see me wearing, well, you can go buy them. And there's two places you can get them. First, you can go to tested-store.com, a web address that my crew laughs is one of the hardest things for me to remember in my whole brain. But now they've given me a second URL. You can now go to adamsavage.com and buy any of the t-shirts you see me wearing on this channel. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff there too. Thanks.